I have like a deep dive blocks in the morning, so I don't take any calls before 2 p.m. I will usually start working between 8 to 9 a.m. and then I will have 2 blocks of like 1.5 to 2 hours, just like straight work. The book Flow that I highly recommend. I think a Polish psychologist. Long story short, what he talks about is that you need to set these around 2-hour blocks with like a task that's complex and difficult, but not too complex and not too easy. So you gotta find the perfect balance and you gotta experiment a little bit with what works perfect for you. But I keep coming back to psychology so much is that you can only crush really in e-commerce and as a brand owner if you understand the fundamentals and principles of psychology, of direct response, of advertising, of business, of unit economics, of all of this, right?
Right.
So you need to have a good understanding of all of these because otherwise you're not really going to grow. And hit like 7, maybe even mid 7 figures. But if you really want to take it to the next level, like mid 8 figures, you need to get down to the foundations and the principles. So for me, just focusing on conversion rate optimization, you need to get an amazing and deep understanding of your target audience and who you're selling to. Because you can have an amazing, beautiful website with amazing copywriting, but if your product market fit isn't right, or if your offer isn't perfect, then it's not going to work, right? So you need to dial in these foundations first of understanding who you're selling to. And I keep repeating myself because this is so important. In terms of technical, actionable steps that you can take is ask your customers, right? Send out surveys to your customers. Understand these tools like Google Analytics or Hotjar, where you can see like the user flow or how they behave on your store and your funnel, right? Every single data where you can get an understanding of like how they're interacting with the pages and why they buy, that's amazing. So for example, you send out a survey to your existing customer base and you ask them, buy our product? What solution did you want with our product? How are you using our product in the day-to-day? Why did you choose us and not a competitor? What's important for you when shopping for this kind of product, right? Like all of these questions together, the understanding of their pain points, beliefs, motives, and desires. And then just by going through these answers, bro, it's gold. Like,
Right.
It's amazing, like the kind of understanding you get from their psychology of why they buy, right? Like the pain points that they have when shopping for competitor products, or like how you and your product is helping them and giving them a huge solution to a huge problem they have. And then you can take it and optimize the copywriting that you have, or the value proposition that you have, or the benefits, or the little videos that you put into your product description of trying to showcase the benefits of the product. And you can even use it as the basis for your creatives, right? So I would say overall, to kind of make the point here with CRO, it's really important to take it to the basis and not trying to find like a shortcut or a quick guide or quick hack or template, because like best practices, like there are certain wireframes and certain basics that work. Same with creatives.
I was going to ask about creatives next. It's funny that you mention it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool. So I wanted to ask about how then does the creative impact what you guys are doing on the actual landing pages? So for example, are you also advising on copy to use, or is that outside of the scope of your services? Like, do you know what I mean?
For our services, we only focus on the website. So like the whole funnel from like the first touch point on the landing page to like the thank you page. In terms of from the point of view of the brand owner, I would always optimize the first touch point with my prospects until like they have the product at their doorstep, right? So anything from the scroll stopper to like the creative, to the call to action, to the landing page, checkout, thank you page, to email sequences that you're sending in between, until like they have a great customer experience with the product in their home, right?
Right.
Because ultimately, only if you dial in the complete like A to Z of your whole brand, that's how you're going to crush.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So let me ask you something a little more personal now, just to, a lot of these things are basically my own curiosity. So that's why I said at the beginning, like, this is just going to be like a conversation, but I'm curious, what does your daily routine look like? Like, what's your day to day look like?
So for me personally, how I like to structure it is that I have like a deep dive blocks in the morning, so I don't take any calls before 2 p.m. So I will usually start working between 8 to 9 a.m. and then I will have 2 blocks of like 1.5 to 2 hours, just like straight work. This could be something like whatever, getting done off my to-do list, or creating a YouTube video, or consulting for this client or whatsoever, right? So I will go into these blocks, and this is based on the book Flow that I highly recommend. It's from I think a Polish psychologist. It's an
Flow.
amazing book. Yeah, it's called Flow. Like, the name is really difficult to pronounce. It's but it's an amazing book. Long story short, what he talks about is that you need to set these like around 2-hour blocks with like a task that's complex and difficult, but not too complex and not too easy. So you gotta find the perfect balance, and you gotta experiment a little bit with what works perfect for you.